This video was sponsored by Squarespace. Stay tuned to find out how to easily create your own website. Welcome back to the series where I review the Grand Festival arcs in the anime. In this video, I'll be reviewing the third Grand Festival arc, the Sinnoh Grand Festival. Shout out to the Lumiose legend, John Cruz, for suggesting this video. Now let's get started. Episode 1. Last Call, First Round. It's time for the Sinnoh Grand Festival at Lake Acuity, and like typical League and Grand Festival action, the first episode focuses on the reintroduction of the rivals. And my god, did Dawn have a lot of them, I just realized. What's really great about this introductory episode is that it's not just about saying hello to everyone again, but we actually get to see them perform in the first round as well. It's really cool to see everyone's performances and showing off their different styles. We got Ursula trying something really risky by evolving her Eevee mid-performance, but it pays off pretty well. There's Nando using his classic style of using singing moves, Jesselina attacking herself, but that was a cool trick, I'm not gonna lie. Zoe really standing out by doing a performance on water, okay Wallace, and even Kenny's epic fusion move. Just look at that thing go. Shit. Well, bye Kenny. That honestly really sucked for him. But although Kenny was eliminated in the first round, I didn't mind this. In fact, I really like this, to be honest. For one, Kenny isn't really Dawn's biggest rival, so it's not too big of a loss. And also, having him lose in the first round the way Dawn did a couple of times throughout the series shows that the Grand Festival is no joke. It's such an interesting curveball because I'm pretty sure we all expected Kenny to move on and eventually face Dawn, but he didn't. If anything, this makes the competition seem more realistic because anything can happen. And having him up right before Dawn really added the pressure onto her. But it's all good, because our best girl really went all out. She gives us a fantastic ice roller coaster thanks to Baneri and Cyndaquil. So all in all, this was a great way to start out the Grand Festival. All the main performances we saw were amazing. Well, most of them. And it just gets you excited for what's to come in the following round. So this episode's rating is an 8 out of 10. Episode 2. Opposites Interact. Now it's time for the double battles, and the main event of this episode is Dawn versus Ursula. I'm not gonna lie, Dawn was getting her ass beat. She was doing pretty well in the beginning, I guess, but Ursula honestly had the control for most of the battle. It's a little nerve-wracking because anything Dawn tries to do quickly gets countered by Ursula. There's the Sandstorm Scary Face combo, Goodbye's double team distraction tactic. She couldn't even let poor Mamoswine charge up an Ice Shard, my goodness. It was not looking good for Dawn, but big obstacles like this just make the comeback all the more sweeter. Dawn's strategy to turn things around was her new Ice Chandelier combination, and she actually does pull it off. Unfortunately, Ursula's Pokemon dodge it. But can we just bring up how many damn points she lost just from showing off that move? After Dawn's Ice Chandelier failed, Ursula strikes back with a Dig and Shadow Ball combo. She is just killing it with these today. But in typical protagonist fashion, Dawn's able to come back with an insane strat to win the match. Pulling off an Ice Chandelier from underground was epic as heck, and especially when Mamoswine's ancient power was used to summon it to the surface. Definitely my favorite moment from the episode. And to finish things off, Mamoswine powers up the momentum of Pachirisu's Ice Chandelier with hidden power. And with that, it's a G freaking G. What makes this win so good is the fact that if it came down to just points, Dawn would have lost. So she knew her best way of winning was to knock out Ursula's Pokemon altogether. The past few times Dawn's beaten Ursula, she's complained about winning thanks to the timer, but this time she was able to win by beating her Pokemon, period. No freaking excuses this time. And with that, Dawn moves up to the next round of the Grand Festival. This episode's rating is also an 8 out of 10. Episode 3. Coming full festival circle. In this episode, it's time for the semifinals, and wait, semifinals? Already? What is this, the Kalos League? Oh wait, it kinda is. But anyways, all jokes aside, the main focus of this episode is the rival versus rival battle of Zoe and Nando. You'd think it wouldn't be that interesting as it's not about Dawn, but I actually really love this battle. What makes it for me is that unlike other rival versus rival battles we've seen in every other series, this one isn't exactly one-sided. Although Zoe's the one who wins in the end and reaches the finals, it was one hell of a challenge for her. The episode does an awesome job at not only showing off Zoe and her Pokemon, but showing off Nando as well, and proving why he's made it this far. If this was your first time watching, you probably think Nando would be the one to win, but at the same time, Zoe's able to bounce back by using Nando's moves against him and making her Pokemon shine. Dawn's fangirl moment perfectly expresses how I feel about this battle. It's strategic, it's elegant, it's beautiful. My god, did I love it all. I've never been this invested by a non-main character battle, and it all came down to the fantastic animation and choreography. This is how you set up a damn rival. Now, if the episode was just a battle between Zoe and Nando, it would have honestly been perfect. But the second half of the episode also focuses on Dawn and her battle with Jessalina. It's basically a glorified Team Rocket battle, let's be honest. It doesn't even get much focus, showing how unimportant this battle is, cause, you know, let's be honest, Dawn wasn't losing to Jessie. If they had started the episode with this and then ended off with Nando versus Zoe, it would have been a lot better. But instead, we have a pretty predictable ending to an otherwise amazing episode. So this episode's rating is a 7 out of 10. The final episode. A grand fight for winning. Alright, so what I love about this episode is that it wastes no time and jumps into the epic conclusion of the Grand Festival. Right off the bat, let's address the elephant in the room though. Dawn loses. Now, personally speaking, I never liked the fact that Dawn lost. Considering this was her last moment in the spotlight and they took her all the way to the finals, why not just give her the win? But I also understand that this was during a time where the writers couldn't let the main character, Ash, fully achieve his goals because he didn't know what to do afterwards. Can you imagine how messed up it would have been if Dawn won the Grand Festival, but Ash lost the Sinnoh League? People would rage. So when it comes to reviewing this episode, it all comes down to how they handled Dawn's loss. Was it done well, or was it terrible? In my opinion, Dawn went out the best way possible. Unlike May, who lost to freaking Soledad in 2 minutes, Dawn lost to Zoe. She wasn't just a rival, but a close friend we've gotten to know throughout the series. It's not like it was a total beatdown either, cause Dawn was amazing in the battle. She gave it her absolute all. I feel like the real difference maker was the start of the battle, however. Zoe's really good at countering her opponent's combinations and using them to show off her own Pokemon. It's how she was able to defeat Nando in the last episode, and it's how she's able to get the big lead over Dawn in the beginning. But man, did our girl make an insane comeback. They were pretty evenly matched by the end and pulled off some insane combinations. Of course, it still sucks that she loses, but that's not the point. The episode isn't really about whether Dawn wins or loses, it's truly about showing off everything she's learned on her journey, and that was done fantastically. She's come a long way since her first battle with Zoe. And what really brings it home for me is the speech Dawn gives her mom after she loses. She talks about all the amazing friends she's made on her journey, all the experiences she's gained, and that's what's gonna help her become even better in the future. I even love how in the end she tells her Pokemon how grateful she is to have them. This really felt like the best way to wrap up Dawn's character arc in the Diamond and Pearl series. So this episode's rating is a 10 out of 10. This Grand Festival's overall rating is an 8.3 out of 10. It's the best of them all. The only real weak part I can think of is Dawn versus Jessalina. Oh yeah, and there's also the fact that they skipped to the semifinals like the Kalos League. But aside from that, everything else was great. The first round performances were handled really well. I liked how we got to see everyone show off what they got, and it wasn't just like a quick montage either. Besides Kenny, who messed up in the first round, I feel like every one of Dawn's rivals got a good amount of screen time. Even Nando was done pretty well with his surprisingly awesome battle with Zoe. It would have been cool to see him battle Dawn, but Zoe is her main rival after all, so it makes sense. And at the very least, we got to see him face Ash in the Sinnoh League, so that was fine. And then there was the main event of Dawn versus Zoe in the finals. This was a huge deal, cause at the time, this was the closest the main character has gotten to reaching their goals. It was awesome. I know there's still a bit of controversy about Dawn losing, but at least she lost to Zoe in an amazing battle. If Dawn had to lose, I'm glad it was with her. What, did you want her to lose to Ursula or something? I love how after the battle, Dawn returns the ribbon her mother gave her when she started her journey. This is such a big character moment because throughout the whole series, Dawn is trying to live up to the legacy of her mother, but when she returns her ribbon, it symbolizes Dawn stepping out of her mother's shadow and shining on her own. And although our girl didn't win this time, she proved with her performance and attitude that she'll definitely become a top coordinator someday. And that's why I love this Grand Festival arc. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for creating your own website or domain. With it, you can make your own online store, personal blog, and even your own personal portfolio the way I did. And it was really easy too. Squarespace has tons of useful features like their multiple templates option, the ability to customize templates. You can even add links to, I don't know, maybe your own YouTube videos. If you want to start your own website, go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and once you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/trainerzack to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again, Squarespace. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks again to the Lumiose legend, John Cruz, for suggesting this video. You can also suggest any video you want by joining the Lumiose Legend tier on Patreon. Other perks include things like joining my private Discord server and even free merch. As always guys, remember to live your life to the fullest and have yourself a damn good one.